Hello, students. You're welcome to the Project Management Fundamentals Training at Transit Consulting Limited. My name is Bola Mensah, and I am your facilitator. I am a project management professional, so if you are interested in becoming a PMP, my details are there, so you can reach out to me, and then let me see how I can guide you on the path. And so we're looking at project management fundamentals, and why do we need it? Because all of us, whether you bear the title of a project manager or not, you are managing projects every day. So this training is intended to give you the fundamental knowledge and resources you need to succeed in the field of project management, regardless of your career and experience, regardless. So we are going to look at 3 objectives. One, to understand the fundamental concept of project management, to know the different project development approaches, and enumerate project success and failure factor. What do we require of you? Please pay attention. I know that the temptation when you are doing an online training is to just do whatever. You can be doing 2 things at the same time. But please pay attention. And please, most importantly, start thinking of a project to plan from start to finish after this training. That's how you gain value from this training. So we're going to have 4 sessions. So we start with session 1. We hope that you can finish this training in 2 days. So you can do session 1 and 2 the first day, session 2 and 3 the second day. And so what really is a project? So as you can see from the images, doing a research is a project. Planting corn or maize or yam, whatever you call it, is a project. Constructing a bridge or building a house is a project. Tailoring, making a dress for someone, for example, is a project. If you're a caterer, it's a project. A caterer, for example, you are a baker, for example, you need to bake a wedding cake, it's a project. You need to cater for an event, it's a project. So why are they projects? What qualifies all these things to be projects? What qualifies them to be projects? So let's see the definition of a project. A project, according to the Project Management Body of Knowledge, 7th edition, the latest book. A project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. So you start with something different, you end up with something different. The temporary nature of projects indicates a beginning and an end to the project work or to a phase of the project work. So common examples of projects: baking a wedding cake, organizing a conference, building a house, whether it's for chicken, it's for boats, it's for human beings, it's a project. And then on the other hand, we have operation. What is an operation? Operations are ongoing and repetitive. So for example, customer service support is an operation. And so examples of operation: watering your plants twice a week, going to the gym 3 times a week, running an assembly line in a toy factory, for example. They are all projects. So what is project management? Basically, the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activity to meet project requirements. Every project is unique, and so the requirements are different. Project is about business value, is about people, is about processes. So project management refers to guiding the project work to deliver the intended outcome. What did you set out to achieve? So it's beyond deliverable. Say, I have delivered the house, and after 2 months, the house has collapsed. That wasn't what you set out to achieve. So project team can achieve the outcome using a broad range of approaches. You can use predictive, which is also known as waterfall, and traditional project management. It's sequential. You finish one phase, you move to another phase. You can use Agile, which is adaptive. Agile actually came about by a group of software engineers. So there's what is called Agile Manifesto. You can Google it and read up on it. They came up with Agile to say, no, in the software industry, there is need for frequent change. So you have Samsung Galaxy S22, and in 6 months, you have S23. Or in 3 months, you get a prompt on your phone that you need to new update available. So you cannot use predictive or traditional project management method for that. Then we have hybrid, where you can combine the predictive and the agile. So outcome is an end result or consequences of a process or project. Outcome focus on broader intent, taking into consideration the benefit and the value that the project was undertaken to deliver, not just giving deliverable. However, project intended objectives are made possible by deliverables. So you deliver this, so you deliver this. It doesn't mean that the thing has ended. Deliverables refer to interim or final product, service, or result for a project. So deliverable, they reflect the stakeholders' requirements, the scope and quality, along with the long-term impact of profit to the organization, to the people where you are doing the project, and the planet too. So looking at key terms and concepts, still continue. Project manager, the person assigned by the performing organization or the sponsor to lead the project team that is responsible for achieving the project objectives. So as a project manager, you do a lot of things. But please, I need you to focus on these 3 areas so that you can get better at what you do. Knowledge. Whatever project you are doing, try to be knowledgeable in it. Information is everywhere. There's a lot of resources on YouTube on project management. So you can learn from people's successes and mistakes to now get better at what you do. Ability to deliver. You need to know what to do to deliver your project effectively. So it's about keeping your nose to the grindstone and doing good work. People skills. You can be technically good. You can have the ability to deliver as an individual. But if you don't know how to manage people, your project will fail. You're not going to do the project by yourself. So you need people skills, communication, emotional intelligence, managing conflict, resolving conflict, developing a team, managing a team, even gathering a team, managing stakeholders' expectations. So you need knowledge, ability to deliver, and you need people skills. So it's knowledge, so it's skills, and ability. So we have what is called project management office. Any project should deliver the right value to the right audience at the right time. So project management office basically help you to facilitate and enable the achievement of the projects, of the goals of projects that you embark on. So the Project Management Institute define project management as a management structure that standardizes the project-related governance processes and facilitate the sharing of resources, methodology, tools, and techniques. And so they can come in 3 different forms. They can just play supportive roles. They can be controlling. So they control the way you do the project in the organization. And they can be directive. When they are directive, you as the project manager, you even report to them. So in summary, project management office, they give you the template and the guidance that you need to make sure that your project takes the right approach and makes sense to everyone you work with. So we have types of organization. All projects are about teamwork, but how your team works depends a lot on the type of organization you are in. So you need to understand the organization that you are working with. We have functional organizations, we have matrix, we have project type. Functional organization, you see Department of Human Resources, Department of Accounting, and all those stuff. And so the functions are, the departments are organized around the function. And they are line managers, they are functional managers. In this type of organization, the functional manager has more authority than you, the project manager, because the people report to them, because there's no specific department for project. So when it's time for project, they pull out somebody from human resource, somebody from procurement, somebody from accounts, and they still need to do their operational work in their department. So the functional manager is more powerful, has more authority than you. In matrix organization, we have weak matrix, balanced matrix, and strong matrix. In the weak is just like functional organization. But in the balanced matrix, you and the functional manager, you share authority equally. So you need to run your project management decision with the functional manager, and he will run the people management decision with you. So you need to know how to negotiate. Oh, I need this person to help me for 2 hours. Meanwhile, he or she, the functional manager, also need the person. So you negotiate. Okay, I can't have the person by 2. Can I have the person by 4 p.m.? So you don't call the shots. Both of you are sharing equal authority. But in a strong matrix, the project manager, you have more power. However, the team still reports to both of you. And they will be evaluated based on their performance on the project and in their department. We have the last one, the project organization. This is actually it's common with consultants and contractors. The teams are organized around projects. So when a project is done, the team is released and the team member move onto another project. If another project is available, if it's not available, they go back to where they came from. That's the disadvantage of this. But in this kind of organization, which is common with contractors and consultants, the project manager makes all the decisions about the project, the budget, the schedule, the quality, and the resources. So the project manager is 100% responsible for the success or the failure of the project. And so another key terms and concepts, we have enterprise environmental factors. This basically will tell you about how your organization does business. So you need to understand the organizational structure, the company culture, government or industry standards. Standards are different, industries are different. And then we have what is called organizational process assets. That's the asset of the organization. It will tell you how your organization run projects. So there are templates, how do they do contract, register, assessment tool, organizational knowledge. You can find lesson learned. So you use that as a baseline for your project. You don't make the same mistake that they made in the last, on the last project rather. And so we have what is called business case. What is a business case? It's a document that provides business justification and a projection of anticipated business value from a project. Why do I need to support this project? What value are they going to deliver to me? What are the risks? What is the benefit? What is the strategic objective of this project? So basically, your business case document is supposed to help you to get buy-in. In that document, you will see you have done feasibility study. Okay, this project will be a success. These are the challenges, what and what, that's a business case. So we have stakeholders. Stakeholders basically are people that will be affected by your project, whether positively or negatively. They are stakeholders. So the project management studio defines stakeholders as individuals and organizations who are actively involved in the project or whose interests may be positively or negatively affected as a result of project execution or successful project completion. So you have buyers, you have customers, you have sellers, you have the project sponsor, you have the functional manager, you have the community, those are stakeholders, so you must know how to manage them well. Requirements. Every project is unique, so the requirements are unique. So a requirement is a condition or capability that is necessary to be present in a product, service, or result to satisfy a business need. So my phone, I should be able to do a video call on my phone. You should be able to use WhatsApp, YouTube, on the smartphone. And so as a project manager, you find yourself doing requirement gathering. What is requirement gathering? This is the process of identifying your project's exact requirement from start to finish. We have what is called milestone. This is a specific point within a project life cycle used to measure progress towards the ultimate goal. So this man wants to cover 3 kilometers. After doing 1 kilometer, that's a milestone. So I want to go on vacation to the UK. Buying a ticket is a milestone. Boarding the aircraft is a milestone. We have what is called risks. Planning for the unknown. Anything that can affect your project outcome. For example, resource, weather, rain can fall, technology, you need to plan for them. Negative risks are called threats, and positive risks are called opportunities rather. All projects have risks since they are unique undertaken with varying degree of uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty. It's not certain that rain will not fall. It is not certain that the woman that you are going to buy the materials from is not going to fall sick. So when, for example, you are doing a project, a technology can come out that is like a risk, but when you look at it, analyze very well, if I use this thing, I'll be able to save some money. It has now become an opportunity. So we have issues are actual problems that have already arisen and need to be addressed. That's why you're seeing in red, problems. What is the solution as a project manager? You think on your feet. We have what is called WBS, work breakdown structure. It's a tool that you use to define all the work that need to be completed and in what order to achieve your project goals and objective. And so work breakdown structure, use it to break down the scope. So I want to construct a house now. That's the scope of the work. But how do I break it down? So you can see from this diagram, you see internal, foundation, external. So under internal, I have electrical, I have plumbing. Under foundation, I have excuse me. I have excavate, I have to excavate the ground. Then steel erection, I have external. Mason work, building finishes. You can see the budget and you can see the percentages there. So it will give you an idea. How much am I going to spend? What are the resources that I need? So work breakdown structure. We have what is called the Gantt chart. This is used for scheduling. So scheduling has to do with time. Work breakdown structure has to do with the scope. I intentionally put this from Excel to help you, so you don't think I must go and get money to buy something to do my Gantt chart. So with this, you can see activities that you can execute in parallel, but you can also see the one that are dependent on the other. This must finish before this. It will give you an idea of so many things. You can quickly identify bottlenecks. So we have project life cycle. Project life cycle consists of many phases and steps you need to take as a project manager to deliver on time. So in traditional project management, you have 5 phases: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and then the closure of the project. We have project development approaches, methodologies. I have said that before. So we have agile, we have hybrid, we have the waterfall, which is also known as the traditional or predictive. We have change control board. So a change control board is a committee of stakeholders. It is used to manage and oversee changes to the project scope, schedule, and timeline. So it's approved changes that we're talking about. You can't just be a project manager, somebody will just tell you something, then you go and start implementing. Tomorrow, the person will tell you, no, I didn't say that. So this is put in place to help you. So to go through the proper, everything is documented. So when somebody comes tomorrow and says, no, we didn't agree on this, you can pull it out. So we have 10 knowledge areas in project management. And this is what you actually do as a project manager. You have initiation, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risks, procurement, and stakeholder. We're going to look at all this when we get to the planning stage, one after the other. So we have the iron triangle. So what is the idea behind the iron triangle? That the scope, the cost, and the time, they are dependent on each other. So when you touch the scope, the time and the cost will be affected. When you touch the scope, the cost, likewise, the scope and the time will be affected. So at every point in time, you must balance these three constraints. You must think through it before you touch any one of them. So projects are conducted by multiple teams to meet goals within the parameter of these are the critical parameters. You have the cost, you have quality, you have time, you have scope. You can finish under budget, on time. If the scope is not complete, your quality will be affected. So these four parameters are very key. These parameters are very key. Everything you do, your eyes must be on this. So the concept, let's look at the concept of project life cycle. Project life cycle is a systematic framework that provides structure and guidance for managing a project from initiation to closure. It is a roadmap that guides you through the entire project journey, ensuring that key objectives are met and the project is completed within the specific constraints of time, budget, and resources. The project lifecycle represents the phases a project goes through, each with distinctive objective and outcomes. Basically, it helps the manager and the team to understand why they're on the project, what needs to be accomplished, and how to progress further. So I want you to imagine a project as a book and the project life cycle as the chapters in the book. So each chapter has a purpose and contributes to the overall story. So the initiation phase has a purpose. The planning, the execution, the monitoring and controlling, and the closure, and they all contribute to the project completion. Similarly, each phase of the project life cycle in a project serves a specific function and contributes to the project's success. So the concept of project life cycle revolves around the idea that project has a natural progression from initiation to completion. So this is a pictorial depiction of the project life cycle. So you have the initiation, defining what needs to be done. You have planning, working out how you will do what needs to be done. Execution, making the project happen. Monitoring and controlling, keeping the project on track. Closure, hand off the deliverable and analyze what you did right and what you didn't do right so that you can do a better project, deliver a better project next time. And so we just quickly run through the principle of project management according to PMBOK 7. Says that be a diligent, respectful, and caring steward. Create a collaborative project team environment. Effectively engage with stakeholders. Focus on value. Deliver what you set out to do. Recognize, evaluate, and respond to system interaction. Project operate within internal environment and external environment. So there are systems that you are interacting with. So you must think holistically. It demonstrates leadership behaviors. Tailor based on context. build quality into processes and deliverable, navigate complexity, optimize risk responses, embrace adaptability and resilience, enable change to achieve the envisioned future state. We have come to the end of session 1. Thank you very much. See you in session 2.